Hey everyone, welcome back into North Dakota today. Well, it's our favorite segment with our favorite guy.
Yes.
This is how you make it with John David Berdahl.
Thank you so much. I get to be a favorite today. That's wonderful.
Yes,
always.
Okay, so what are we getting into today? We have a lot of colors going on.
Okay, so yes, a lot of colors. Actually, I just got this at Walmart this morning.
This
tablecloth.
Nice.
What?
Yeah,
Cute.
it was $1.
Yeah, that's
It was
nice.
$1. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, and then I stopped by Planet Fitness, and I'm supposed to do this to someone there at Planet Fitness. I said,
Okay.
Say hello.
Okay.
I was like, hey, I've seen you here. He's like, here you go. There you go. Anyway, so today we're going to be working on sunset silhouette paintings,
Okay.
and I just did this outside while I was waiting to come in here.
Nice.
So it's going to be
Beautiful.
kind of like this.
Yeah.
You know, pretty straightforward. Not too many colors. I mean, add as many as you think you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got some acrylic paints here. I was setting some out. You know, we've got yellow, red, blue primary colors.
Nice.
You know, and then here's black. And then different individuals. We got plenty of brushes
'Kay.
here, and so I can hand you some brushes. to start
Beautiful.
with.
Thank you.
There you go. Yep. Go ahead and work with whatever brush you think you're supposed to work with.
Okay.
Now, when I'm blending some of these colors, some of them I didn't blend as much as I could have.
Yeah.
You know, and actually I was asked by some of the previous guests, are you going to be presenting art today? And I was like, no.
We're going to be making it,
Exactly,
right?
exactly,
Okay.
making it. So I could have blended these a bit more.
Gotcha.
And I could have just taken a brush without any paint in it, you know, and then just blended
Okay,
colors
just to kinda
sort of
smear
with
it.
an empty brush, you know, or one that's not loaded with any paint.
Yeah.
You know, so does that make sense?
Definitely.
Hopefully.
Find
Great.
out.
Okay, so you
Okay.
got your canvases here. What I
Yes.
did was I just squirted a line of paint.
Okay.
Just right across. Okay, I just squirted like yellow right across. And
Okay.
then I just started kind of filling the space.
You know, I see a pink in your box. I think I need a pink sunset.
I've got a box down here, there you go.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And so yeah, I've got some water. We're working with acrylic paints once
Okay.
again. Okay. And so come in.
So, is there any kind of rhyme or reason to this? Because it
Yeah.
kind of looks to me like it's like reflecting on water.
Oh yeah, so there's different ways to hold this up again. Some individuals
Okay.
fill the bottom just with black. Some individuals kind of blend the black into some of the colors down here.
Gotcha.
I just left this kind of alone, or I guess, yeah, it could look like water,
Yep.
you know, the silhouette.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
And then I've got different brushes here, which I'll talk about in a moment, because I know I've brought that up before. Different brushes
Yes.
do different things.
Yes.
Okay, that's why I gave you another one too, just in case. There we go, and I got this one as well.
Beautiful. Thank
Yes,
you.
you're very, very welcome. And in fact, I'll talk about that right now while you're working. Okay, and so I was going to add, here, I'll hold this up again. I added some sort of trees right here. You know, I don't know if it's going to be close up, but you can see
Okay.
them. You know,
Yep.
the beginnings of trees right there. All right, and then I've got this fan brush, okay?
Okay.
And the fan brush, and I keep telling people, especially little kids, they'll pick up the fan brush and they'll be like, oh, I'm going to paint with this one because it's going to cover a large area. They think, you know, because it's just fanned
Yeah.
like that. You know, it's like this, you know. But it's really thin though, you know. It doesn't really hold a lot of paint, a fan brush. It's not really for that sort of thing,
Yeah.
you know. Basically what you're working with, that's a round brush. That's what
Okay.
that's called. And that holds a lot of paint. Are you noticing that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I put a little bit too much.
And
on
that's
mine.
okay. That's okay. Like,
here.
and you find that out as you're working.
We'll just layer.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You know, and so while it's still wet too, and this
Okay.
is a sort of wet on wet technique. And
Okay.
does anyone know who worked that way?
No,
Wet on
you
wet?
tell me.
He was on. He had the right big hair, happy trees.
Oh.
You know, do you know who I'm talking about?
Ross.
Yeah, there
Yes.
you go. He worked wet on wet.
Yay.
Okay,
Okay.
and that
Interesting.
means everything was wet while he was painting. He didn't really let anything dry or cure.
Gotcha.
Okay, and so that's the way it looks like you're working. So you can bring colors in. Just keep in mind they're really going to blend.
Okay.
You know, a lot. So you could put a straight line in there of blue
some
and then start to blend it from probably the top down,
Okay.
as I
gotcha.
did, you know, as I was working on this.
Let's do that.
And so with a fan brush, I can go in and add some of the foliage or some of the leaves on
Okay.
these trees I started with a fan brush. That's really what
Nice.
it's for. Okay, it's really for details, you know, or crests of waves or something like that, or, you know, grass or sort of gravel paths or something.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll do that in a moment. But I was going to talk a little bit about a couple more of these brushes because I got a filbert brush.
Filbert.
This is a filbert brush. Yeah, and this holds a lot of paint too.
Yeah,
and it's
wow.
rounded, you know. That's how you can tell it's a filbert brush. Do you think it, I don't know, not so much hates its name or something like that, but it's kind of like, please don't call, just call me Phil.
That's what he says.
Yes, just call me Phil. You don't, my mom calls me Filbert.
Yeah.
Only when he's in trouble.
Yeah, oh yes, absolutely. Filbert J. Brush, you get in here.
Okay, I love this. So
Oh, good,
we
good.
kind of learned a little bit more about our brushes. We're
Yep.
going to keep working through the commercial break, but don't go
hold this
anywhere because we'll be back to show the finished product after the short break.